braking for a corner, for example, and then it puts it to the back wheels. You don't know any of this is going on. You can't control it. What this is simply an 850 horsepower, fantastic supercar. And the Ferrari test driver said to me just before I drove it, because I will admit I was slightly nervous, it cost £1 million, he said, "It's just a Ferrari." And it is just a Ferrari. To drive it is exactly like a 458 or a California or anything else. You get in, you press the button, off you go. And it is absolutely spiritual as a driving experience. I love it. And the chance to have one, even if just for a week or so, absolutely fabulous. I'd take it.
So you have that one, which means, Hammond, it's your turn next.
Yes, it's really difficult. We're all struggling with this, I'm sure. I mean, there are some technologically fascinating cars. That Ferrari, definitely. Actually, the BMW i8 over there.
Yeah, but flawed.
It is flawed.
BMW say it does, what, 130 miles to the gallon in the adverts, but actually I drove one relatively carefully, 28 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, it's not quite as good, is it?
No,
but
really.
Nothing else. I don't quite like that for the way it looks, which is magnificent.
It's lovely to drive as well.
But I'm being drawn towards something a bit more old school. Sort of magnetically, almost against my will. I have no choice.
Really?
No, it's over here, the 911, specifically the 991 GT3, the very latest GT3, and for me, the latest and greatest incarnation of a car that I have always loved, the 911. And it's staggeringly, what, 63, 62 it started. That's when it first arrived. And I can't think of another machine, let alone a car, that's gone through so many decades of development, of honing, of polishing, and still retains the essential qualities that make it unique, that make it stand out, that connect it to you. And the 911 is about the only one that's managed that. The engine is still at the back where it's been since the very start, so under power it shifts the weight, throws it over the rear wheels, lifts a little bit at the front. It feels unlike any other car. This still does exactly that, and I think is the greatest expression of it. 3.8 litre flat 6 revs to 9,000 RPM, makes a brilliant noise. No manual gearbox. Some people have complained about that. PDK double clutch in there absolutely is right for the car. Instant bullet fast changes. It's perfect. I'm having one of these.
Right, so that's you sorted, and you sorted.
Very happy.
Now it's my turn.
It is your turn.
What you have?
And the car I would choose here, well, I'd go for the worst car here.
Hey?
Not just the worst car here, but the worst car on sale in Britain today. I'd go for the Alfa Romeo Full C. I'm with you with whoever was pointing, yes, you. That car is absolutely shocking.
Right.
Enormous number of things wrong with it. I've had to make a list, actually. It's here. Right, it's
a big list.
Oh yeah, I'll talk you through them. Number one, it's incredibly small inside, but it's massively wide. It's wider than a Range Rover. Doesn't fit into any standard parking bay. You can't see anything out of the back. The petrol tank is the same size as a Zipper. The steering, it's a Zippo, I meant, not Zipper. The steering wheel would be rejected by the makers of a fairground car for being too cheap and plasticky. The stereo is useless. It is without question or shadow of doubt the single loudest car I've ever driven when you go down a motorway. Constantly, until your ears are bleeding. Normally when you're in a car and you get to one of those bits of the motorway where the speed limit is 50 and monitored by average speed cameras, you think it's a nuisance. In an Alfa, it's a blessed relief, because you can slow down a bit and not be deafened. It's absolutely shocking, and yet I absolutely adore it. I properly adore it. Because the thing is, you will have a friend, you will have a friend, we'll all have friends. The sort of person who's late, they've got whiffy armpits, they've got a shocking wife, there's a million things wrong with them, and yet you enjoy their company. They're funny or they're interesting, whatever it might be. That's what this car is like. We all have faults, me particularly, and yet to err is human, and that's what makes this car human. You look at all the other cars here, they're all perfect. Look at that Lamborghini. It's supposed to be mad and stupid. It isn't. It's like a big fast Golf.
Yeah.
It's the same with the Ferrari. It's definitely the same with the McLaren. This is deliberately filled with things that make it feel human. And it's not just some pretty little tinsel. It's actually got a carbon tub, like the LaFerrari, like a Formula One car. No power steering, you've got tremendous feel. It slides beautifully, contrary to what auto cars say. I just adore it. I definitely have one of those.
Well, we sorted that out.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
You would actually have one of those in real life?
Yes, I do.
Right. Is that why you've just ordered the Golf GTI?
You have.
Ordered a gold GTI because I'm jobless, mate. That's what's happening. Anyway, we must now wave goodbye to our collection of supercars, more's the pity. So Syria, everyone, all of them, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Actually, I would like to keep this behind, the Nissan GTR, the fabulous Nissan GTR, because I would like to do a little demonstration.
What demonstration?
Well, you'll remember when we were in Australia,
Yes,
in a former life, we
Oh
had...
yes, for legal reasons we shouldn't talk about it.
No, we shouldn't, but we'll just...
I think I've
Anybody's-
read it.
Nobody's here. Just
carry on.
Bear with us on this. Now, we were there. You had a BMW M6 Grand Coupe. Yes. You had a yellow Bentley Continental V8S, and I had the Nissan GTR, and we had a drag race, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, exactly. That's what you would think. James lost in the GTR. If you, by any chance, ever saw this on the television, you'd say James lost in the GTR. But what I want to do is prove that actually, off the line, the Nissan GTR is the fastest accelerating car in the world. In fact, thank you, I think it is the fastest accelerating thing in the world. That's what I'm going to demonstrate, and to demonstrate it, I'm going to give it some proper competition, not the fat bloated German coupe thing in the old school stately home with its cutlery falling over everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome into the arena, from London 2012 Team GB, Louise Hazel! Hello.
Poor Bill's got a disease.
Now, this is a little bit tragic, I know, but you're a heptathlete, aren't you?
Yes, that's
Which
right,
means
yes.
if you cut yourself, your blood doesn't clot properly.
I'm not quite trained. I do 7 events.
7 sporting events.
Yeah.
What, one after another?
Yeah, well, over 2 days. But...
Well, I haven't done 7 sporting events in 52 years. That must be bloody exhausting. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter because today you're only doing 1 sporting event.
Yeah, you're racing a tramp in a DAS.
Hammond,
Yes?
your job is to shut up.
All right.
Right. What we're doing, Louise, is the 100 metres. You will see down at the other end of the arena some posts. They are 50 metres away. You will sprint down to those, turn around and run back to here. Therefore, having done 100 metres in total, the start line is also the finishing line, okay? While you're doing that, I'm going to do the same thing, the fastest accelerating thing in the world, which is the Nissan GTR, except when I get to the other end, there isn't space or indeed time for me to turn around. I will have to select reverse. Selecting reverse in the Nissan is a little bit of a fumble, and then I have to reverse back to the start finishing line, okay?
Yeah.
And the winner is the person who doesn't get run over. Fair?
I think I'll go with that, yeah.
You're up for that?
Let's do
Good.
it, fine.
Excellent. Right, if you do some of that aerobic, stretching, warming up sports bollocks, I'll get into my car and prepare it.
You know what, Hammond? I really hope Louise wins this.
I hope Louise wins.
How much do you hope she wins?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, because I like the Nissan GTR, obviously, but I don't like James May.
I don't like it.
Why don't you just pipe down, you two?
Well, get on with it!
I'm setting it up, I'm setting launch control, which is what makes it so blindingly fast. I'm going to wind down the window so I can hear the enormous cheers. Louise Hazel, are you ready for the 100 metres?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the 100 metres? Good, here we go then. In 3, 2, 1, race! You cheating!
No, she's just got quicker reactions, you fool.
Oh shit, I'm going to go through the curtain.
Right, Louise has made it. She's on the return journey.
Go,
Away she
Louise!
goes.
Go, go, Louise!
Did you win? Ladies and gentlemen, Louise Hazel! Congratulations on winning the
Isn't that genuinely incredible, Hammond? Even when you give it 550 horsepower and four-wheel drive and launch control, he still gets beaten by a pedestrian.
I just did some running.
Yes, you did. Well, he could probably be beaten by a chair.
This is staggering. Listen, next week,
Hold on,
James May races
hold on,
at 24. Anyway, it is time now to